this beauty, built in 1925, conceived at a party, from a bet and a game of golf, the Grand Vinoy Hotel. Built by Amer Vinoy Lofner, a wealthy Pennsylvania businessman, taking 10 months in completion of construction for this 375-room seasonal hotel, providing a warm escape for wealthy northern visitors from December to March, opening just in time for New Year's Eve in 1925. Built during the boom era of hotels in St. Petersburg, Florida, which had many boarding houses with very few hotels, which was the size of the Vinoy, first opening at a nightly rate of $20, being the most expensive hotel in the state. Constructed of Mediterranean Revival architectural style, with 7 stories and 4 canted wings, most eye-catching quality being the salmon pink exterior color of the hotel. The Vinoy was designated as an historical location in May 1986. After 1929, most of the country was suffering within the Great Depression era. Wealthy Northerners continued to vacation at the Vinoy, enjoying the warm weather and golf courses. It also remained a prized location for celebrities. U.S. presidents such as Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover, as well as authors. World War II broke out in 1942, and then the Vinoy was taken over by the U.S. military as a training and housing facility for soldiers. In 1944, the hotel was reopened. The 1950s brought great highway expansion with northern visitors, and they continued to enjoy the warm winter months in St. Petersburg. Celebrities such as Marilyn Monroe visited the Vinoy around this time. In 1974, the hotel took a downfall into disrepair due to lack of maintenance, upkeep, and poor management. It was closed. May of 1990, the restoration of the Vinoy began after sitting vacant for 18 years. A 2-year project at a cost of $93 million restored, expanded, and enhanced to its former glory days. The rebirth of the Vinoy Hotel had once again come back to life. The Lady in White. The mystery apparition of a woman that has been sighted for nearly 100 years by visitors, said to roam the halls of the 5th floor. Said to appear in 5th floor bedrooms, often gliding through walls. Some have even reported seeing this apparition trapped inside the artwork that hangs on the walls within the rooms and halls. Guests say that this apparition of a woman has distressed impressions on her face, while other observers have reported her curious. Once she has been noticed, the apparition fades quickly. There are no reports of having seen the Lady in White more than once. However, visitors have reported seeing other spirit entities within the hotel as well. It seems as though the Lady in White is not alone. To understand some of the strange reports that have been shared about these ghostly events, it's important to understand the history behind this huge hotel. Alongside Amer Vinoy Lofner was a gentleman by the name of Eugene M. Elliott, a wealthy salesman who relocated to St. Petersburg to help promote, essentially sell, the idea of the Gandhi Bridge, since Elliot had just come off a successful 1920 campaign. Developers thought no doubt Elliot could sell the idea of a bridge connecting from Tampa Bay to St. Petersburg. Alongside Elliot was his wife of 21 years, Elsie Fortier Elliott. The Elliots were a true power couple of the day. Eugene had a vast real estate empire. Elsie was popular in her own right. She was known for hosting extravagant gatherings at the couple's mansion. She was well known and by all accounts well liked. Her dinner and dances were some of the biggest highlights within the city. It seems privately, though, the couple lived a very different life than what they had showcased publicly. Their secrets began taking a public front beginning on June 26, 1926, a very bad day for both Eugene and Elsie. Eugene's day barely began when he was informed that he owed $500,000 in back taxes to the federal government. He was also told that his major bank had closed its doors. Then, to complete the repetitive slam punch, citing infidelity and cruelty, Elsie informed him that she had filed for divorce, and she demanded half of his $2 million estate. In an official report to police later that night, Eugene stated that he had asked his wife to leave the property once she had informed him of the divorce. Elsie left and then later had returned to the property. Attempting to enter the home, Eugene had locked every door he could to prevent Elsie from entering. Eventually, the two met face to face at a back door to the property, an elevated door from the walkway about 3 steps. There, Elsie fell backward, crushing the base of her skull on the pavement. She had just turned 38 years old. Eugene was arrested and had been charged with her murder. Without any credible witnesses, though, the case was eventually dropped. Disgraced by his tax debt and the death of his wife, Eugene had left Florida. Elsie may not be resting at peace. The claims of the Lady in White, many document that it's Elsie, that she prefers to linger only on the 5th floor. Elsie may be tied to the hotel because of her love for social events and a reputation as an exquisite hostess. She may also linger because justice was never served. She may also find that those visiting the hotel are a way to keep herself entertained. Elsie isn't the only spirit who may be connected to the Vinoy. It has been noted that Eugene and Elsie's maid Annie may have been said to be witness to the claimed murder, suddenly disappearing as she was due to discuss the incident in court. There have been multiple suspicions that the Lady in White could also be that of Annie, the maid. The spirit of baseball, ball players from opposing teams who come to Florida to play series games against the Tampa Bay Rays, stayed at the Vinoy. One ball player's account was of him being awakened in the night. After adjusting his eyes, he claimed to have seen a woman dressed in white standing in the corner of his room looking at him. She had a soft white glow, and then she suddenly disappeared into a glowing mist. Another player reported awakening to pressure on his back as he slept on his stomach. As he woke up and turned around, he saw an apparition of a man dressed in old-fashioned clothes with a top hat image. As he turned the lights on, the image vanished. Other claims from players have reported lights turning on and off by themselves. Some ball players have been so spooked that they have actually left the hotel in the middle of the night to stay elsewhere. A translucent image of a man with light eyes was also seen by yet another member of the Major League community, standing by the desk in his room. It's not just ball players who encounter these unexplained occurrences within the hotel. Guests report lights flickering on and off on their own, televisions turning on and off on their own, and strange sounds of walking up and down the hallways when no one else is actually present. Strange noises can be heard by guests that are coming from within their own rooms. Doors are reported to open and close on their own. Other guests have found that their clothes have been moved around as they slept during the night. A story of one gentleman who stayed at the hotel awakened during the night to find his door to the room wide open, staring into the hallway. He is convinced that he locked it before falling asleep the night before. Okay, we are at the Historic Vinoy Resort in St. Petersburg, Florida. And we are going to see if we can make contact with whatever could be present here in this hotel. When I turned on the REM pod, when I walked away from it a little bit, setting it up, it did spike. So it did turn green for like a split second when I was setting up. So I don't know. We shall see. There it goes again. Yep. Hello, is there anybody here in this room with us? My name is Jen. This is Sue. We're very friendly. We come in peace. We would love to say hi. And you're welcome to say hi as well. If you would love to come and tell us about this beautiful resort, we would love to hear the story. Is there anybody here in this room with us? I have my flashlight. For you to be able to make contact with us, you can walk towards the red light that's in the middle of the room there. It will not harm you. It's a way for you to communicate. We also have balls here that you can walk towards. If you walk towards them, they'll flash. They won't harm you whatsoever. And we also have a flashlight up here. If you want to turn that on, you can. Is there a woman in white who is present on this floor? Elsie, is that you? Are you the woman in white? Elsie, I think it's really awesome of you to host all the parties that you did here. I know you're very connected to this place. I know it has a lot of meaning to you, and I'm very sorry for what happened to you. I know that you would be happy to know that this beautiful historic hotel lives on, that it was saved. And you can hear somebody flush a toilet in the other room. Elsie, are you the woman in white? Oh, blurry. Can you make the REM pod go off again? Can you set it off? Can you walk towards it? Can you make the flashlight go off? Can you turn it on? Or one of the balls? I'm not getting anything on the EMFs. No spikes, no balls. I'm sitting on the bed. This flashlight's really bright. So we're in total darkness, so. Can anybody turn on the flashlight that's near the TV or set off any of the balls? I swear I heard a man's voice, but it also could be my stomach digesting. Be like, "Rrr." Is there anybody here from World War II? Is there anybody here in this room with us? My name is Jen, this is Sue. We come in peace. We mean no harm, we're very friendly. None of these devices will harm you whatsoever. They're a way for you to be able to communicate to us. We have a flashlight over by the TV. We have balls that you can play with, set off, make flash. Or you can walk towards the red light that's in the middle of the floor. You can make that glow, flash with the light, set off the lights, it won't hurt you. I'd like to hear your story. Elsie, how did you plan your parties? I heard that you created and threw some really extravagant ballroom parties. Is there a Jean here or Amor? Amor Lofner? Amor? I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. We're not getting any spikes. The REM pod went off twice. If there's anybody here in this room, can you set off the flashlight for me, please? That's by the TV. Can you turn the flashlight on? Your stomach is going off. We had some good room service. It was like the best food ever. If you ever get a chance to come out to the Vinoy, order the prime rib hamburger. And we got the sweet potato fries with it. And their chocolate dessert is awesome. My foot's going to sleep. You don't need to be afraid. We're very friendly. We're just saying hi. Letting you know that we really appreciate this hotel and so very thankful that it was spared and is able to live on. If you would like to communicate with me, you can walk towards that red light that you see here on the floor where my flashlight's pointing. You can walk there and it'll set off some lights for you to be able to communicate to me. You don't have to be afraid of it. I like how it just looks so old-fashioned. This room. Is that you? We would love to hear your story. I'd love to speak with you. I'm not getting any spikes on the EMFs. Nothing. Nothing with the ghost balls. Nadia.
Just let it rest for a little while and drag it.
Well, these devices. I'm just gonna leave the REM pod. Oh gosh, there it goes. There you go. Hello. Nice to meet you, whoever you are. Is that Elsie? If that's Elsie, can you touch it again? Go near it again. Finally, some action. Finally, some action on my devices. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Whoever you are. If this is Elsie, can you go near that again? Can you set it off? The lady in white, maybe? Is there anybody here from World War II era? Did you used to be soldiers? Soldier? Is there anybody here from the past that would like to say hi? You can walk towards the red light that's over there on the floor. Turn it green, it won't harm you. It's to let me know. It's a means for you to communicate with me. And there's a ball down there too that you can play with or make flash. They won't hurt you. I'm getting this like tightness a little bit in my chest, like a heavy feeling. Probably because I just ate too much for dinner. Okay, for shits and tickles, I am going to use an app just to see what we get. Hello, is there anybody here in this room with us? My name is Jen and this is Sue. We would like to say hi. Is there anybody present here in this room with us at this time, this moment?
Decay.
Okay, decay. Wow, that's lovely. Well, that's a great way to get a conversation up off the ground. Oh gosh, the ground. No pun intended. Who is here in this room with us?
Despair.
Despair. Who's in despair? Is there a woman that roams here? Is there a woman here with us? Is there anyone here in this room with us? Now's your chance to say hi. You can communicate with us if you can go towards the device with the red light that's on the bed. It won't harm you. Or you can say something.
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Okay. So far, the 3 words, no relevance to anything.
Red is scarlet.
Oh, well, true. Red,
And
the
scarlet.
color of the light.
Yep.
Good job, Mom. K2 just spiked. It's not just me.
It's not just me.
Okay. How many of you are here in this room or here on this floor? Can you tell me your names? Can you speak loud enough to where I can hear you or the
rumors
audio?
are true.
The rumors are true. Can you tell me what rumors? What rumors are true? Can you tell me all about this place? The history? Who is still here in this hotel from the past? What are your names?
I am Damien.
Damien, nice to meet you, Damien. I'm Jen and this is Sue. Are you from World War II era? Did you go to training here? Or did you work here?
Children want to speak.
Okay. Are there children here? K2.
Liam.
Hi, Liam. My name is Jen and this is Sue. Nice to make your acquaintance. Are you from World War II? Training? Did you train here? Are there any females here? There's a flashlight by the TV you can turn on if you wish. And there are balls that you can play with that light up to let me know if you're present. Or you can walk near the red light that's on the bed to let me know that you're here.
Him.
Who's him?
Unlikely.
It's just spitting out words, random words.
Seems like it.
I mean, just to see what it. There's nothing wrong with playing with it and seeing. Is there anybody who would like to say hello? Is there a lady in white here on the floor, or who may be present, who would like to say hi?
Infernal.
Is there anybody here? Elsie? Jean? Amar? Is anybody here?
Empowerment.
We'd like to speak with you and say hello. Thank you for sharing your beautiful hotel with everybody, with us.
Hurt.
What's the pillow behind me making that noise? We're just doing...
Here.
Yes, I'm here. I'm just doing a quick scan of the room. Is there anybody who attended training here during World War II?
We love talking.
Well, I can't hear you live, but maybe I've picked up some stuff. Maybe I picked your voice up through audio. Can you tell me about this hotel? Can anybody tell me about this hotel?
Helpless.
I'm leaning back on a pillow. That's what that noise is.
Raymond.
Raymond? Did you attend training here, Raymond? What can you tell me about this hotel? Can you tell me the history? Can you tell me the name of the person that built the hotel?
Injury.
It's just setting off random stuff. I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think I may have heard a male voice, but I'm not 100% certain. It sounded like I heard something male-wise. That's the AC going off. It could have been just the AC.
Chaos.
What can you tell me about the hotel? Can you talk to me and tell me about the hotel and to that device where it can tell me something about the hotel?
Team.
What is the gentleman's name that built the hotel? Who built the hotel? Okay. I just laid down to go to bed and I left the REM pod on and didn't make a sound for like the longest time, and then when I just decided to go to bed, then the thing started going off. I do have the TV on.